Valentine's Day is next week, but you know, romance need not be exclusive to Valentine's Day. Any day, any weekend can be romance-filled if you go, especially if you plan or if you go on a romantic getaway. And that's what we're going to be talking about today on the show, because my guest, or shall I say my co-host for this afternoon, does that. She travels, she hosts her own travel show on Discover. Yep. Tell me about A Place in the Sun, and welcome to Kababayan, LA, Danielle.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. This is exciting.
Such a fun job you have. So tell me about the show. And there are lots of travel shows. What makes your show unique?
Well, we're sort of this really eclectic mix of travel and real estate. So there's really not another show that deals with living abroad, what it's like to buy abroad, and then of course mixing in the travel elements of, you know, the culture and the lifestyle there. But we take people from the U.S. and they're looking to buy second homes. Maybe they're looking for retirement, you know, options. Some people just want to get away and really just experience another culture and lifestyle. So we deal with basically living abroad.
So you go places. Tell me, what's the most romantic place you've ever been?
I would say out of the first season especially, we went to Fiji, and I expected it to be romantic. But what I loved about Fiji is the culture and the people. It's made up of 300 islands, so there's 2 main islands, but I say to everyone, if you're going to experience Fiji, you really need to take a boat and sort of experience the outskirts of the islands, and it's so romantic. I mean, imagine going with your significant other and maybe packing a picnic lunch and heading out to a private island. I don't think it gets better than that.
Why not? And also later on here in the program, we're going to be talking about affordable romantic getaways. But for now, what's the trend that you're seeing? You know, Valentine's Day is next week. A lot of people, you know, maybe honeymooning, maybe going on romantic getaways. What are the trends? What tips can you give our couples out there?
Well, I would say first and foremost, you want to sit down with your significant other and you want to really decide what is your ideal romantic vacation. I think for a lot of people, we sort of get mixed up on, you know, is it an island? Do we want to sit on a beach? Do we want to relax? Or do you want a more of an adventurous romantic adventure? For some people, that means zip lining or, you know, jumping out of a plane.
Water sports.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So I think, you know, I think if you communicate with your partner about what exactly you want to experience in your vacation to make it romantic, that's first and foremost. And then you want to really decide what your budget is. You want to obviously figure out your time allotted. And I think if you plan in advance, there's a lot of deals to look out for.
Do you suggest that we research before we go? I used to do that, but then I would just disappoint myself. You know, if there were things that I read about that I didn't get to go to or explore, then I'll just be disappointed. But that's me. And so now I decided to just go and explore whatever I can see there right at that moment.
Yeah, see, I think that's a personality thing, because I think some people are sort of up for not knowing anything and just sort of jumping in and experiencing along the way. Other people want to be really prepared. And again, I think that's a conversation to be had with your partner about, I don't know, what your tolerance is, I guess. I know that some couples, usually you have one person that is a planner and then the other person is more maybe of the adventurer.
Right.
Just sort of, you know,
a follower.
Exactly.
A leader and a follower.
Right.
Yeah, but what other trends do you see right now in terms of romantic getaways?
Well, I think it depends on, again, where you want to go.
Okay. So it's year-round. It's a year-round activity. I mean, it's a year-round industry, you think?
I do, yeah. And I think that more, you know, what I love about A Place in the Sun is we say we're sort of opening up the world of possibilities. There's so many options out there. And I think for a lot of people, they think traveling internationally is expensive. But there's a lot of deals. I mean, especially if you go north or south up to Canada or down to Mexico. Places in Central and South America, there's great deals to be found.
Fun stuff. We're going to be talking about that. Deals and how to travel on a budget, romantic getaways on a budget, honeymoon on a budget, when we return on Kababayan LA. Don't go away.